people are trying to talk, to chat through the WhatsApp group. And yeah, I remember talking to a guy from and a girl from Vietnam. And the chat,
L- l- yeah, look, man. Sorry if I interrupt you, but uh, if you have some groups for English, can you send me a link of them? Perhaps I want to be, a member in those groups. Perhaps perhaps I can figure out any members perhaps wants to speak uh, and practice their language with me. We have, we have no, perhaps not same part, almost the same time zone.
yeah,
If
right.
you can, if if of course if you want that,
Yeah,
send me a link if that's not normal
I
in
think
WhatsApp or
yeah, it's a effortless English group in web. It's not active.
you know you can send me an invitation to
Yeah,
be a member in this group.
right. Yeah, I share with you this. I can share right now, even it becomes easier to you. But I think you know this group. I think we knew each other through this
But
group.
if you, I don't know if you forget that, but I changed my number in WhatsApp, and this is totally changed all the whole thing, the whole stuff, because I I miss a lot of accounts for some people. Likely I saved your number, but almost the other numbers I missed them. So this is the problem. So yeah, I haven't, I have no number. So because I opened a new accounts in WhatsApp with other member number. It's not the same first number.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Uh, Try to send to the just a little bit complicated to find the yeah. Yeah, I think
So
we've met each other through this
uh,
group. No,
sorry, man. I couldn't hear your voice. I don't know what's the problem, because it's problem with WhatsApp. But if you could speak up, that would be good.
yeah, I think it's my microphone. The yeah. Those
I
this group, another place we can you can find lots of members, lots of people to talk is the Gap group. I don't know if you feel
yeah,
active in
yeah, yes, but
right.
unfortunately, um, I haven't used it recently. But this is the problem. Yes, I guess Gap, it's a social platform, to meet those efforts English fans, and perhaps, perhaps we can, figure out good members to practice with them and chat with them, and exchange the knowledge.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's the most, especially the effortless English group Gap. Uh, they are it's the most reliable, I think. source for search for people who are trying who have the same purpose, you know. You can find lots of people that want to talk and mm, really engage in conversation. Uh,
Yes,
yeah,
yes, to do, now it's a little bit hard, to engage in fruitful and serious discussions, especially with the language.
yeah, you can figure it out. It's nothing is easy in this life. you, c-
Yeah,
you,
yes, yes. Eventually we have the chance to handle with this reality. So because any free platform, especially social media platform, perhaps you can struggle for a little while to find good partners. It's too obvious. This is the difference between uh, free application and payment application. So if you go towards italki, for example, and pay for some good teachers to practice with them, like you said before, twice a week, so there, you know, you find yourself engaging in serious topics, especially with native speakers.
yeah, but
But unfortunately, not all the people have the chance to do it.
yeah, it's the paid platform, you know, you can get more uh yeah, you get a service, you know, you can uh get a service and pay for it, so they deliver a
Yes,
service.
they can you know. I repeat again, if any guy has the ability to pay, it's good for him. It's not for nothing. It's not wasting of time. So if you can pay for good teachers, to practice with them one or twice a week, and for perhaps 15 minutes or more than 15 minutes, I guess
Yeah,
it's a great opportunity for us, to take our English for the next level. I'm talking about
yeah,
professionality.
especially
It's yes, yes.
yeah,
Go ahead.
it can really create I think it's a small I don't know, you can get a little bit uh, uh, because when you pay us to a teacher to talk to you, he's literally providing a service. He's really literally working. He's not your friend. He's not your. It doesn't have any connection beyond the professional connection. It just one. He just providing a service. He is just getting his money for the service, and obviously he will listen to you with patience. He will patiently listen to you, correct your mistakes, and all of this teacher because it's his vocation. He's a teacher. But when you talk with eventually when you try to talk with native speakers in real life, I think will be different, especially because native speakers when you try to I had this experience with not especially with German people. You know, if you try to talk, they will walk walk away from you very fast, very quickly. You know, do you?
Yes, this is this is the biggest problem here. It's not like you and I. Perhaps our language it's not at that great level, but we have we have good accent. We can express or explain ourselves with simple language. That's
Yeah,
good, and we can share our our opinions, our thoughts, with no doubting, with no fears, especially with making mistakes. Some people they're a little bit shame, and they will be fear to make a mistake, especially when you speak with native speakers. It's a little bit it's psychological problem, that some people can't speak because they afraid to make mistakes. It's
yeah,
like it's like a deep weakness in our personality.
yeah. That's yeah, that's a weak part. We all have this, especially when you talk in front of people, because because of corporate companies, corporate companies and big companies, everybody trying to impress everybody, make a good impression. So it can make a little bit upset, it can upset some people, especially when they make mistakes, because uh, they can look foolish in some ways. Think they will look foolish, people will think something bad about them, and all of this. This starts really in schools. When you make presentations in schools, it really starts there. This problem, and when you just go go through life and don't try to fix it, it can be a real problem in life, because you can't
You know,
handle mistakes, especially you have a no confidence in yourself.
look, man. Let's be clear. I agree with you. You have point here, but in other words, it's a little bit hard, to find any native speaker. I don't mention any kind of country, but to give you, to give you the whole time to speak Bruegel language, and this guy will be uh, patient. It's yeah, it's so hard. It's so hard. Believe me. Perhaps
Yeah,
if you advance
especially,
in the language, so here you can, I don't know, you can figure out any guys to practice with them, because especially if you have something, you already have something to give him or give her. It's like exchange operation, because those guys like this idea nothing for free.
yeah, because it can be weird for, I know this, when it can be weird for someone to ask to you to practice language. It can be a little bit weird. I imagine if someone, if I don't know, foreign people asked me to practice Portuguese, I wouldn't be totally open. I wouldn't be.
It's look, man, it's the same process, it's same mentality. So you can apply the same rule in our situation. So to give your free time with someone, especially for free. I repeat again, keep focusing on free with no payment. With payment, it's another statement.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit hard to give
Uh,
your free time for free to someone, especially for a long time, to practice with them. Because unfortunately, I'm talking with experience. I experienced this bad. It's not bad experience, but let's call it like that. With this guy from Texas, from US, uh, I find I'm not sure about it, but let's say I found myself. Uh, I sent the message from one side. It's mine because after a while I could recognize this guy is not really interested in to to exchange the knowledge with me. Even even though he wants to learn Arabic and practice his Arabic with me. Perhaps with the time I don't know, he found himself had a lot some choices. But this is the truth, and unfortunately, we need to handle with this truth.
yeah.
For that, you can practice your language with the learners, because with native speakers, I guess not all, the mostly. I'm not saying all the people, but the mostly of them, the, they're not very open people for this idea. I
Yeah.
guess. I'm not sure, but I guess.
I know the trick. There is a trick to, especially if you approach uh people, native speakers to with this practice mentality. If you try to practice your English and upon them, it will feel like you're taking their time. But if you try to
Yes,
connect with them, and especially if you let them talk rather than try to talk to them, if you ask questions, interesting questions about their culture, where they come from. If you if you ask good questions, you can make the conversation flow better than trying to practice your English upon them.
yes, yes. So this is, let us again to talking about uh, how can you express yourself with no, with no, I don't know, with no doubt, with no fears, and with no broken language. That's the idea. So if you speak clear and understandable language, and your opinions very clear to them, so perhaps in this situation they can go towards with you, of course. And it's not here, it's not practice in Haiti, it's a balanced dialogue between the two parts. But
Yeah, but
unfortunately,
here's the point, because in every most people I know that have talked to native speakers, they in conversations with native speakers, they talk less. They don't talk more than the native speakers. They really listen to them and
yes,
talk less and ask questions and listen to them. So they have a chance to make another conversation the next time because
believe me, if you remember, I told you before, I experienced this state with this guy from Texas. So, unfortunately, it's not. I back at that time, I had no choice. So I found myself just in position to listen, just to listen. The most of time, I just listen to him when he talks, because uh, I don't have the variety of the vocabulary, to build up a balanced discussion between the two parts. So unfortunately, one part talking and the other part keep listening.
Yeah, you can always ask questions. That's
Yes,
a good a
you can
good
ask questions, but
it-
not all the time because eventually you have to take action and you know provide some new ideas, some new objects, because not all the time, it's impossible to talking about English all the time. So you have to talk about something casual, something real, the real life. Perhaps he
yeah,
will ask you your daily routine and what do you do in your casual life. So here you have to have some, I don't know, some collection of vocabulary and expressions and especially idioms to express yourself and uh, and and this is the problem. If you don't have this I call it I call it comfortable level. So if you couldn't reach this level, unfortunately it's so hard to go with the flow with them.
yeah. But the
Because
simple
I want to add something, and you can go ahead, because when I speak with you, for example, so I totally feel very comfortable to express myself with no fears to make mistakes. So if I make any kind of mistakes, it's not a problem. But because I know you very well, and it's not the same situation, especially with native speakers. And you told me before they're not ready to give them time for you for free, just for
yeah,
free. It's not.
especially
It's you
America
know. It's not.
too
It's
excited,
not.
right?
Perhaps perhaps there's a possibility if you have something worthy to exchange with them. Here, it's another situation.
Yeah, especially because I've noticed this in especially Americans. They are too excited to talk. They don't let you unless you have the same unless you're also American and you can keep up with their speed of with their train of thought, with the same speed of same pace. You can get lost. They can really roll over you and just talk, 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 and not let you express yourself. But
Yes,
yeah,
uh, and um, I've been experiencing this situation, especially with the last weeks with the all airs English with those guys from this channel. So if in this case you don't really focus on every part of the speech. So as you told me, you get this, you lost your mind, and this is the problem. You have to keep focusing all the time with them.
yeah,
I guess this is the problem. So you have to. Before I guess before you to move to this, I guess this advanced level, you have to train your ears to listen to native speakers, especially casual discussions. Not because that I don't really like following edited videos so much because they're not real and casual. I want to hear and listen to something real, casual, because I'm not,
Yeah,
I'm not a genius. I don't wanna be a genius, man. I want to speak casually and like the average people.
right. Yeah.
So for that,
So
we
yeah,
have to speak the language that the people speak. Let's be outspoken here.
yeah, yeah, right.
I
Yeah,
guess
there's a bunch of
yes,
trick. It's
but
something you can develop uh naturally.
but
So yeah,
yes, yes, it's naturally. Let the process goes naturally, and don't worry so much. Believe me, this is my opinion. And
yeah,
in the meantime, we don't have a lot of choices. I guess if you or I have any opportunity to speak with native speakers, we'll take action and engage in those discussion with no thinking at all because this is a great chance. Uh, we don't have to, it doesn't matter if you perhaps if you struggle to express yourself as you want, but it's eventually it's a good experience for you.
yeah, right. It's the connection that counts. It's
Yes,
what the
like the
connection.
big log. Yes, like the big log with those guys. They keep saying this log. Let's let's be in connection, not perfection. And I totally agree with them because if you keep focusing on the perfection all the time, I guess eventually you won't be able to make any progress at all. So
Yeah,
just focusing on connection. So I guess the most important on the deep idea to have the ability to reach this point when you can express yourself. It doesn't matter if you make any mispronounced words and those stuff. So the most important to express your ideas and the people can understand you and get your opinions, of course.
yeah. That's it, man.
Uh, it's it's very nice talk today. It's very optimistic talk. Yes, it's a general talk, but it's would be good.
Yeah, yeah. It's always great to come back and talk about different topics. Yeah, eventually we end up talking about uh what our what our focus is, which is English. But yeah, yeah, it's great. It's great to talk to you.
You know,
Uh,
I don't know if you're familiar with this idiom because today I learned new idiom, and we can use it in this in our discussion. So you can say, let's put our feet up and don't worry so much.
yeah, great.
It's like take a little rest and be relaxing and don't worry so much.
Yeah, chill out.
Yes, yes, chill out, or it's like take a break between I don't know in some hard situations. So sometimes when you work hard and hard, so you have to put your feet up and take a rest and don't think so much.
Yeah. So yeah, man,
But
great.
man, it's glad to me. It's big pleasure for me to move back here and talk with you and discuss with no limits and express ourselves with no limits, as I told you. So thank you and thank you so much for, of course, for your time. Because we're talking about time. Not all the people are ready to give you their free time for nothing.
Yeah, yeah, man, great. Same here. Really a pleasure to talk to you again. come back to this topic. So yeah, I hope we can do another talk this week and go deeper in another subject, whatever subject you want. So yeah, man,
Yes,
thank you. Thank you.
yes, I totally agree with that. I really hope I can see you here very soon.
So yeah, thank you, man. Take care.
Yes.
Next time.
Okay, so have a good time.
Bye bye.